Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. So, today's video is going to be about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, I sure did like that film. I don't know if I liked it as much as I like this accent, but let me just get straight to it. Okay, I really, really liked the film, and I like to keep a little tiny cowboy hat on hand for such events. Um, if it's a TV show or if it's a movie and it's Southern, like, I love it already. And then add to that Quentin Tarantino and Leo and Brad Pitt. Like, come on, it was fantastic. I literally, like, as I was watching it, the whole thing, the whole time I just smiled, like, the whole time I was watching it. Um, so yeah, what's it got to do with my types of videos? Well, in watching it, there were so many interesting themes, and I think my favorite scene was the meltdown, the one where Leo is in the trailer. What's his character's name? Rick. What is it, Rick? I can't remember his character name. Anyway, so he's having a meltdown and he's in the trailer and he's like he's just going nuts in the trailer. And he's like, you couldn't stop at like 3 or 4, you had to have 8 drinks. He's like, now you're messing up your lines, embarrassing yourself in front of that girl. And he's talking about an 8-year-old girl. Like, in his mind, he's in competition with an 8-year-old girl. It's so funny. And he's like, get it together, no more alcohol. And then he takes a swig and he's like, ah, shit. And then he's like, looks himself in the mirror and he's dead serious about like learning his lines and getting it right like in one take, because he has to get it done like in one take. And he's like, I swear to God, I will blow your brains out tonight. Your brains will be splattered all across the pool. And I was just laughing so hard. But like, yeah, so obviously it relates to like my kind of videos, because like what's really going on there is this guy, as famous as he is and as competent as he is and as brilliant of an actor as he is, because like when they show you the other favorite scene that I liked was the one with him in the saloon with Timothy Oliphant and Justified, and so they're doing the scene, but then he forgets his line, and then he kind of tries to get back into it again, and then so they do the scene again, and he really goes fully into it. And I really like that because it's sort of like, double acting. It was like a double acting thing, almost like an Inception type scene, it's like a scene within a scene within a scene. And, so as great of an actor as he is, and he is a great actor, like you can see that, I mean, his character, like Rick, is a great actor. He's still doesn't have that, like, he doesn't know who the fuck he is, you know what I mean? Like, his guy, Brad Pitt, has got to say to him, don't forget who you are, you know what I mean? And so his little meltdown, like, what is the meltdown about? It's like about a lot of things, like, he's upset with himself that he forgot a line, which is not a big deal, but he's upset with himself about that to the extent that then he goes on to berate himself and he calls himself an alcoholic. And threatens to blow his brains out. It's just so funny, but like it just talks about a lot of important things. And like, I think one of the things that affects many of us, like a lot of people who, when you're not really that fucking sure about who the fuck you are, you can develop imposter syndrome, where like you're doing really well in life, but you kind of believe somewhere in the back of your mind that like the rug is going to be pulled out from under you at some point, like the jig is going to be up, someone's going to realize that you're a phony. And the truth is, like, you're not a phony. Like, that's why you're so successful. It's because you are that good. You didn't fucking fool anyone. You know what I mean? Like people can see that. People can see that you're really good, and they would have also seen if you were a phony by now. You know what I mean? But it's something that happens to people, and so something that you can do about that if this affects you in your life, if you're like overcritical of yourself, or you have really high expectations of how your performance ought to be. Something you can do about that is to cultivate a sense of pride in yourself. So like when Brad Pitt says to him, "Don't forget you're Rick fucking Dalton," like that's what you have to say to yourself. Don't forget your whatever your name is, and remind yourself of that daily, because you are fucking dope and you're here for a reason, and you did all of this shit for a reason. You did whatever you've done up until this point because you are fucking talented, and you are dedicated and committed and gifted, and you have a light that shines right through that everyone can see. So start to say that to yourself, reflect it back to yourself, and don't look for external validation, which again you see a lot of in the film. I mean, at the beginning of the film, he's really upset because, he's been told that the roles that he's been taking are going to affect his career negatively. And I don't think he thought of it in that way. He just thought, it's good to keep on working. And then, so it's recommended to him that he does Italian movies. And he's so upset about that. Again, it's almost like an insult to him that, oh, now I'm going to do Italian spaghetti westerns. And and then they show you like Brad Pitt's character sort of like, well, I mean, I don't see what the big deal is here. The only work I get is through you. But to him, it just seems like a downgrade, which, in certain respects, I suppose it would have been. But at the same time, there's no need to be so self-critical. And then finally, the film finally comes full circle, and it shows you that all of his fears about having to go back to Missouri and sell up and to not be a resident of LA, like he'd have to sell his house to pay the bills. It's just so funny because it's ridiculous. But, people who are living that don't realize that it's ridiculous. That's your life, right? So the film finally comes full circle. And in the end, it turns out that all of this time, his neighbors knew who he was, and they would have been more than happy to meet with him at any point during this time. And it kind of closes where you think, obviously that they're going to go on to make a film together or whatever. And you can see how everything always works out in the end. So, in addition to cultivating a sense of pride in yourself, is just to have faith and to trust that everything is going to work out in the end. Things work out in your favor. They just do. And I'm sorry if things haven't worked out in your favor in the past or thus far or whatever it is. But have faith and believe in yourself and believe in everything that's out there, that it's working for the benefit of you. And when you don't believe in that, when you don't have any faith in the unknown, what that actually does is it creates resistance in your life. So it creates resistance to opportunities. It creates resistance to things going your way because you're getting in your own way. You don't believe it's true, so you don't accept it. You know what I mean? You don't have to look at it from any kind of spiritual or esoteric perspective. You can just look at it literally. If you're looking a gift horse in the teeth, you're not going to get on that horse. You ain't going to ride it. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean about having faith and trust in the unknown. Just believe that, if you do your best, you can forget the rest and things are going to work out for you. And I just loved that film. I actually went to see it twice in the cinema. And I think I'm going to add it to my list of films that I watch twice a year. It was so good. I really liked it. And so I think I'm just going to close this video with some outtakes of the intros that I tried to make. Trying to figure out how to make the video interesting. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Tell me what y'all think in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye. Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Let me go again. Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. But let's just get one thing straight, though. I ain't doing no Italian spaghetti westerns. Mm-hmm. Shit.